Hey everybody, thanks for checking out my latest video. Please subscribe to my channel, like, and comment on videos. Also use my Sorare referral code if you want to sign up for Sorare for their NBA, football, world football, soccer, and MLB products. Anyway, I wanted to go into their La Liga new contest a little bit quicker today. Yesterday I did an in-depth one on all of them, but then I made some changes to my Ligue 1, sorry, the French league. This one's going to be about the French league, and I'll try to do it quickly. So the contest that everybody can join right away is the French League Amateur, and it gets 200 limited cards, and that's the one with redraft and gems and salary cap where you can make 2 changes a week. There's also a semi-pro one, and they talk about a progression to get into these, but as far as I can tell, the only progression on this is that if you have 10 or less limited cards, you can get into it. But it's not letting me enter that. I think you need 1 or 2 limits to enter that. It is showing that I can enter the French Pro League 270, for example, with 1 common and 4 limited. But you want it to be close to that 270 cap to have a good enough team, and I don't really have a good enough one yet, although I was looking at buying some La Liga players that could get me into one. Oh, this is my blinking beanie somebody got me for Christmas. Okay, so I redid my La Liga team, and I mean, my Ligue 1, my French team. I just wanted to go over it real quick. So basically, I got away from a PSG stack. I got off the Paris Saint-Germain stack. Initially, I wanted Messi and Mbappe, and his salary is so expensive, especially if you have with him, that it really hurts the rest of your team a little too much. I decided to go with Mbappe, just as sort of the building block of my team. If you look here on the on SorareData, on the French league, just forwards, okay, last 40 average. You got Neymar, Messi, Terrier, who's 72, and then Mbappe, who's 65. Then you go down to this Ben Yedder, Lacazette, and they're really the only standouts. Both these guys are over 30. I've been trying to avoid players over 30 in general. So I went with Mbappe. Now, the midfield, I basically found that this guy had to be keyed on. Bronco van der Boomen. I don't know why this thing is off on the screen. Sorry. Let me see if I can get that to... Sorry about that. Bronco van der Boomen from the Netherlands, who didn't play on the national team. He plays on Toulouse. His numbers are insane. Look at what this guy's putting up. Last 40. Talk about a good floor. Last 5, last 15, all time. I basically decided I had to have him on my team. He goes for $90. He's 27 years old. Toulouse is actually not doing that great in the league, but he's putting up good numbers regardless. So I wanted him on the team, 62. As far as the other midfielders you can look at, some of the ones I was going through, I'm talking about for elite, trying to have an elite one in there. This Remy Cabaya, Verratti, Beauregard, but again, he's 65. He's another one. Bontaleb, Lafille, Madasua, Gastien, Golovin, Ranger. He's a good one. Virtue. But anyway, I decided I had to go with this guy for 62. Or I was going with this guy. Now, defenders. There was one defender I really wanted, but I really couldn't make it fit. It's this Chancel Mbemba on Marseille. He's 28 years old, 67 he goes for. And his numbers are crazy good. With a high floor again. But he costs 63. And you can see his 5, 15, and 40 there. So that the issue I had was to fit all 3 of them in. Sorry, let me get to the search again. I'm just going by last 40 here. Just search on it. So you got Lovren, who's well over 30, and then this Mbemba. Then you're looking down here, Medina, Girota, Juku, Nicholson, Todibo, Marquinhos. Ramos is too old. Tagliafico, Castelletto. Okay, so I decided that because I wanted this Franco, I really couldn't make it fit with this Chancel. He's the most expensive defender in the game. If I do take him, I'm going to have to do this because I wanted 5 good players. I figure since I'm getting Messi out, I want a decent goalie and 4 good players. And that's the way to make it fit. The other way would be to drop a little bit on Van Boomen down to one of these other guys, Golovin or one of these other ones. And then it sort of causes a ripple effect when you redo it. Anyway, the one I decided upon was Tagliafico at 47. He's actually very popular picked. I think he's the 4th most popular picked defender if you go on here, because he's only 47. Well, let's see. Let me see if I can find it here. See, there he is. Right after the PSG guys, people are picking him. Reason is he played for Argentina on their World Cup winning team. He plays for Lyon, which is a good team. And if you take out the World Cup games, they messed up his totals. Okay, so his 15-day is low in general for what he does. If you could throw this out, you can see. And just for the money, I decided he was the best way to go as a defender. He puts up good points. So I got him for 47. The goalies I kept the same as I had last time. This Maury Diaw on Nantes, or is he Claremont? He might be Claremont actually. Is a good goalie for 44. He's 44 in the games. He's 49 on here. This is why these gems, they're going to go up. That's why getting it locked in is good. He's 49 already on here, but you can see that he has good games, and he's young, or he's 29. I'm sorry, he's starting every game, and then for the backup, the Sells on Strasbourg is playing every game. And by the way, okay, so in the league, there's no Lens, and there's no I believe there's no Nice, and I think there's no Montpellier, so and maybe Troyes. So several of these are not in the game currently. Just keep that in mind. So once I got those 3, then I kept a 40-point defender from last time, Lucas Perrin, who's again from Strasbourg, for a minimum. And he's been playing every game, puts up decent numbers. He can have some better games. He's had some better games. So for a low price, for the minimum price one, went with him. He's 24. Trying to avoid players over 30. Okay, so then I decided to look. I was looking at forwards and midfielders for my basically next elite player, and trying to fit it under the budget. Considering I kept Van Boomen and I kept Tagliafico and I kept Mbappe. And what I decided on was Wissam Ben Yedder, forward from Monaco. He doesn't particularly have the best matchup this week against Marseille, but he puts up a lot of points. And but the thing is, he's 31. Okay, if we go and search, or maybe 32. Go and search by forwards. Let's just say last 5 average. Messi, Terrier, who's 72, and then him. 72, 61, 56. They have him as 32 years old. If you're going down, Lacazette is another one. And I actually would almost rather have him, but I couldn't quite make it fit. He's 2 points more in this game. So like Lacazette is 63. And Ben Yedder is 57, actually. So Ben Yedder's 6 points cheaper. Even though on here they only show him, I think, here they show him 61 versus. So this is why you want some of the SorareData ones don't line up with the gems currently. So he's 6 points cheaper and he fit. And he's basically similar to Lacazette in his numbers. Like here's Lacazette, 31. Used to play for Arsenal, right? I believe he's on Lyon. Uh, Putting up numbers with a good floor, nice numbers. He didn't actually, play in the World Cup. Then you got Wissam Ben Yedder, who's French. I wasn't that familiar with him, but look at his 5, 15, and 40. He's 32, but he doesn't look like he's slowing down. Puts up good numbers. Has a little bit of lower floor, it looks like, but he's been putting up good numbers. So I decided he would sort of be my fourth key player in general. So then when deciding, this left me with 45 points, and I could have put it under this, but what I found this guy at 45, Ogachukwu on Ren. He's 18 years old. Now, I wish I could keep this card for a limited. He's 18 years old. He started the last, 7 games for Ren, or just about all of them, and put up already 50 points a game, and he's French. He's already putting up 50 points a game. He's starting every game. He's only 40. I think this might be a really good limited card to buy. And Ren is actually in 5th place. So this is not a tanking team or something like that. He's playing for a good team in the French league. So I said, you know what? I'm going to get a young guy who may be a huge stud, just to throw him on there because I had 45 extra. Now the thing with the stack. Okay, so the thing with Mbappe, if you get Mbappe, the best ways I saw to go were with either Marquinhos, if you do want to stack PSG, at 53, or actually Donnarumma at 50 at the goalie. I just didn't see it there. I just didn't see a good way to combine them with Neymar and them. Now this Hugo Ekitike, I believe, is another one at 44, and he's already getting playing time, and he's a really good young striker. There's other good strikers. Let me see. Okay, so you got Jonathan David from Canada is good. Guri is a scorer. Gamero. Tete is good for the price. Breel Embolo was one I wanted. I came very close to for the price at 47. I think Diata, Cherki, Etikite, as I mentioned, Sengus Under. When you're looking for a backup, I went through those fairly in depth. I think Diarra, Timothy Way's a prospect. I think Doku's a prospect, but they're not putting up that much so far. So I think that was it on those. The midfielders, again, the PSG stack I didn't really think was quite there. Vertut, Golovin, Verratti, Ranger wasn't bad, I don't think. Guendouzi was who I originally had. So there's not that many stud midfielders in the French league. So I thought the Van Boomen was key, and then the backup Ogachukwu. So then defenders. This Chancel Mbemba looks really good, Mbemba, but he's expensive because there's quite a drop off going down to Marquinhos, Bernat, Gigot, Hakimi. There's quite a drop off. So I decided that this Tagliafico at 47 and then Perrin at 40. It just all fit. So that's what I went with. I'm going with for the French. And as far as the starting lineup, going with the Clermont goalie, although that's a tough call. And then Tagliafico. This is their last 5, so you can see it's a strong last 5 team. Putting an emphasis on, I was doing more the 5 and the 40s rather than the 15 because the 15 is what the game's based on. So I'm looking at maybe disparities. You want when they're the cheaper 15 if you can find it. Van Boomen, Messi, Mbappe, and then Ben Yedder, and then I have on the bench I have this young midfielder, and then I have a backup defender and a backup goalie. And I advise you to have both goalies who are starting, if possible. All right, so that's what I came up with for my French team. I went away from the Messi thing. And we'll see how it plays out. The only other switch I could make is possibly if I go for that stud defender and then come down a little bit on my midfield. And then that can cause further ripples, though, as far as what striker I have or what my 5th player is. You generally be a forward or a midfielder. All right, good luck, and let me know how you did. If you have any players you like, or please, again, use my referral code if you sign up for Sorare, and subscribe to my channel and like my videos. That helps them get seen more. Thanks a lot. Good luck to everybody.